Okay, we're in my kitchen. This is the second video that I've done in my kitchen, but I'm going to show you how you can make yogurt in your RV. I know a lot of people have these pressure cookers and use them for cooking things, but do you know you can also make your own yogurt? And you will be amazed. It does not take hardly any energy at all. You can do this very quickly. You can have fresh yogurt the next day, and I'm going to show you how to do it. If you don't have an electric pressure cooker, it's still no problem. You can still make homemade yogurt while you're camping. And you can do this on your RV stove. You can do this on a propane stove outside on the picnic table. So you really don't even have to have an RV. You can just make this while you're tent camping. You just have to have a heat source. You can do it on a campfire. And I'll show you the slightly different method with a pot like this. You're just going to cover it with the towel after you've gone through the methods that I'm going to show you. You know, you're going to heat the milk, add the yogurt, and let it sit for 4 hours. Cover it, and you'll have yogurt. Okay, this is all you need. Milk and yogurt, literally 2 ingredients. And you can start with plain yogurt. You can put in flavored yogurt, but I choose not to. But that's all you need. And I just want to point out, I shop a lot at a salvage grocery store here in town, and this milk was not expired, but I got 6 gallons of this milk. It's really good, high quality milk. It's non-homogenized, it's non-GMO, it's really good. It's whole milk, but I'm going to make yogurt with it. And I've already made a batch. It is delicious. And I got a gallon of milk for 99 cents a piece. I got 6 of them, and yes, you can freeze milk, and yes, you can freeze yogurt. It's all you need. Okay, so here we go. I do not have the name brand Instant Pot, pressure cooker. I have the Power Pressure Cooker XL. This was a Christmas gift, so I don't have a yogurt setting. That is no problem whatsoever. I'm going to show you how to do it. You'll be amazed how easy this is, I promise you. So what's the first step? You're going to simply pour your milk, and you can use, a gallon is about the limit as far as how much room you're going to have in one of these pressure cookers. Got the milk in here. And I have pushed the chicken meat setting, and you can push really, just a setting that gives you a good amount of heat. And this gives me about 15 minutes, and I'll probably end up pushing it twice just to give me 30 minutes. And I've seen some videos, and they say you want to get it up to 180 degrees. It does kill some of the bacteria, the natural bacteria that will be competing with the bacteria in your yogurt starter. And it also unravels some of the proteins to help the yogurt kind of make. So my degree is not in chemistry, but that is a general idea. Okay, the temperature starts coming up. You want to get it to 180 degrees, but if you don't have a thermometer, that's fine. The boiling point of milk is also 212. And if it starts to boil, that's fine. You can turn that heat down or turn it off for a little bit and then bring it back up. Really what you're doing is cooking the steam out. I let this go maybe about an hour, and the longer it goes, you're going to have a thicker yogurt. So it just depends on what you like. Okay, after the milk has come up to a good temperature and you've kept it kind of low simmering for a while, you have to cool it back down to about 110 degrees. And if you don't have a thermometer, they say that if you put your little finger in here and after 7 seconds, if it starts to burn, then that's hot enough. So if you stick it in there and it burns immediately, that's way too hot. But 110 is what you want to get to before you add the yogurt. Stuck my little pinky in there and did the 7-second test. And I've tempered the yogurt a little bit. I just put some of the warm milk in here just to make it where it's easy to pour in. So you're going to add the yogurt. Use 4 tablespoons per gallon of milk. So if you're using obviously half a gallon, you only need 2 tablespoons of yogurt. I actually took some of the milk out after the yogurt was added because I want to make some for the dogs and just have it absolutely plain. But I'm going to add some condensed, sweetened condensed milk. And you can add the dulce de leche, which I think will be delicious. And I did this once before, and it really doesn't add, it doesn't make it really sweet, but it really makes it where it's just not quite so I guess sour. If you really like that sour flavor, that sourness, then don't add this. And I forgot to mention the yogurt that you add, make sure that it says live active cultures on the label. It can be flavored. I've seen people add, flavored yogurt, and it's not going to really add that much flavor because this is such a large amount of milk. So, like I said, this condensed milk is not going to add really sweetness per se, but it does kind of mellow it out. Just mix it up. You don't want to really whisk this heavily. Just want a gentle stir. You can see I took the little inner pot out so it would cool off quickly, and it took about an hour, but you can speed it up if you want to. You can use an ice bath, but if you're in an RV, you probably don't want to do that and waste your ice. So just stir this in, and then I'm going to put it back in the pressure cooker with no power or anything. And then I'm going to cover it with the lid, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. And now what you do is you just put your lid on, as you normally would. Make sure the little button is in the closed position, because you're obviously not venting. And then you're ready to go. You're going to let this sit. I've seen some people say 4 hours, and then other people say 8 hours. But you don't want to let it go longer than that. You need to put it in the refrigerator after that, and I'll show you. Nothing's plugged in. Everything is off. And this is the crazy part. And some of y'all might already know what's going to happen here. All you're going to do is cover this with a towel. So I got like a beach towel, and then I've got a tennis towel here. And you're going to cover this. Don't have to do anything else to it. I'm going to cover it really well. Originally, I had seen that you do this at least 8 hours, but I watched another video, this lady that's been making yogurt forever in Turkey, and she said 4 hours it would make, and 4 hours I checked it and it made the yogurt. And this is the point where I was talking about earlier. If you made it in a regular pot, this is the point where you would just cover this with the towel and go on with the regular method. Just cover it and let it sit for 4 hours. Okay, this is after 4 hours. Look how nice it is. Look at that. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator overnight. It'll thicken up and you'll have perfect yogurt. Okay, here it is after it's been refrigerated. Look how thick that is. Pretty thick. And you can strain this, like I said, either in a yogurt strainer or with a tea towel and a colander. And I can put a link in the description below for any of this stuff if you're interested. The yogurt, they actually sell small little yogurt strainers that are kind of neat. That's really nice and thick. So 4 hours did it, and then refrigerate. And of course you can put these in, a smaller container in your RV refrigerator if you don't have a big pot, room for pot, but that's nice. I like my yogurt a little bit on the thick side, so here I'm just showing you that I have an old colander, I've got a clean tea towel and a bowl, and you can pour the yogurt in and let it sit, overnight in the refrigerator, and it'll get a lot thicker. And here is the finished product. I let this sit overnight. Look how much whey came out. So that's W-H-E-Y. And if you make this plain, this is actually really good liquid. You can use it in making pancakes or waffles and baking. It's a little yogurty, but it's supposed to be like a miracle liquid, really good for you. And it's good for your dogs too if you make this plain. Just give them a little bit. But look how creamy. Look at that. If you don't like it thick, you don't have to let it sit, obviously. Look at that. And if you accidentally let it sit, for a lot longer than you wanted, you can just add some of the whey back to it. So no problem. Let me know if you've made yogurt, or if you want to make yogurt, or if you have no interest in making yogurt. Anyway, I hope this video helped y'all. Try some yogurt. It's super easy.